Shout out to Money Brown, man. Respect Junior. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV. And keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on after the fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the up and rising young heavyweight Daniel Dubois, the heavy hitter, you know, who praises the 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez, who's also the unified champion at 168 pounds. And he praised them for stopping, you know, the former WBO 168-pound champion, Billy Joe Saunders, for trolling him when he lost this fight, you know, to Joyce and had his eye socket broken. You know, well, Billy Joe said, if my 2 eye sockets were broken, my jaw was broken, my teeth were out, my nose was smashed, my brain was beaten in, I was not stopping until I was knocked out or worse. I don't agree with a man taking the knee, letting the ref count him out. Fighters get into the ring, and we know who's on the line. The life's on the line. But he talked all stuff about him, right? He talked all stuff about him. And then, you know, Daniel Dubois came back out and kept it real. He said, he wrote, "You fought well, Billy Joe. Hope your eye heals up quickly and you can come back strong, champ." The boys later added, "I'm not going to rub it in for Billy. He'll be going through it now with the eye injury. Maybe he'll regret what he said about me after the Joyce loss. Maybe this fight will teach him something. It could be a life lesson." Now, shouts out to Daniel Dubois for coming out and being a real gentleman and being a real sport of the game, not being a troll, not playing I'm going to get back on your ass, because we know Daniel Dubois, you know, I still like Daniel Dubois. I still think he got the talent to be a world champion, but he took a loss to Joyce. He took a loss to Joyce. He got his eye socket broken. He's a young kid, you know, and he couldn't continue. He couldn't continue. You understand what I'm saying? So he had to call it quits. You feel me? You get an eye socket broken, you know, sometimes certain things, man, just don't feel right on the body. It don't feel right on the body. You got some people that can endure pain, and you got some people that can't endure pain. You feel me? And it ain't that he's not a fighter. It's not that he's a quitter. You know, a lot of people like to use the word quitter. You know, I'm not going to call these dudes quitters because, like I say, that shit is no joke, family. It's no joke. And Billy Joe, he's the #1 troll. That's why I was telling people I wasn't having any sympathy for Billy Joe when he's making up all those excuses for Canelo. And so I can see him right here, you know, because I looked at him as nothing but excuses. And as you see, the things that he said about Joyce, you know, karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch, family. It's a bitch. Like, you can't say those things, man, and then expect for people to have sympathy for you when it happened to you. You understand me? Like I say, he said some harsh things, right? He said some harsh things, and for him to say those things and then for him to go through the same situation, right? What did he want to say? Oh, well, it was my corner that stopped it. It wasn't me. No, you still had the call, homie. You are the fighter, period. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wish him a speedy recovery as well, like Joyce. I don't want to see no man go blind over a fucking sport. I don't want to see that shit. You know what I mean? Because if you go blind, it's just not, you just can't see out of their eyes. A lot of other shit that goes along with it. It's migraine, it's irritation, it's a lot of things that goes along with it. But he trolled Canelo Alvarez as well. You understand me? Billy Joe Saunders, he trolled this man right here. Oh, you like the meat, huh? Telling him he liked the meat. The meat trying to, you know, insinuate that Canelo is a cheater when he was the one that was caught for PEDs. Canelo was caught for clenbuterol. He wasn't caught for no fucking PEDs. And now, being caught for something that's banned from being used is still a form of cheating. I get it. I'm not holding Canelo hands. I'm not saying Canelo is an innocent man or none of that shit. But Billy Joe, you was caught for PEDs and you try to troll Canelo Alvarez, right? When you act like you just a clean motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo told you, you are in trouble now, my friend. You are in trouble. And your ass was in trouble in that ring. You was in trouble in that ring. And Canelo made that shit sound off, bro. He knew he broke your face. He knew you weren't coming out. He knew it. He knew it. You feel me? Now, I'm not calling you a quitter, but Canelo say he's not coming off of that stool. He's going to quit. And he celebrated before you got your ass up off that stool. Now, once again, I want to read this again because I try to read it a little fast to keep up with the pace, but now I got time, family. He said, if my 2 eye sockets were broken, my jaw was broken, my teeth were out, my nose was smashed, my brain was beaten, I was not stopping until I was knocked out or worse. This is Billy Joe, everybody. I don't agree with a man taking the knee and letting the ref count him out. Fighters get in that ring and we know what's on the line. Every fighter needs to understand, and the fans need to understand that. In the past, we've seen a lot of tragedies in boxing, deaths in the ring. Before I go on one knee, I'd like to go out on my back with my pulse stopped. Now, that's just it's so fucked up in the head, right? Now, credit, I understand certain fighters, you got to have that mentality when you get inside the ring, family. That's the mentality you got to have, because once you go inside that square circle, you could lose your life. You could lose your life. Deontay Wilder was just in that situation where Mark Breland stopped the fight, where he said, you know what, don't stop this fucking fight. I'm willing to go out on my motherfucking shield. And if that's the decision the fighter decides to make, I give it to him. I give it to him. It's your life. It's your career. You know what you're up against. So when Billy Joe said that, okay, I get it, bro. I do get it. When you're really built like that. You understand what I'm saying? When you really built like that, when it's really in your heart, don't stop this fucking fight. I'd rather die than you stop this fight. Apollo Creed me, motherfucker. You feel me? Do me like Apollo Creed. Don't stop the fight, even though he was saying, throw the damn towel, while Rocky just holding the goddamn towel. You feel me? Rocky like, Apollo, do you think you can creed? Apollo told him, don't you throw that motherfucking towel in, no matter what. You feel me? And what Rocky do? He honored that shit, though. He had the towel, but he like, damn, man. I can't, because if I throw this motherfucker in, you know, Apollo chose this shit. And he let it rock. And Apollo lost his life in that ring. You feel me? Yes, it's going to feel fucked up. You dig? But that's what he decided to do with his life, because he was built like that. And I know it's just a movie, but he was built like that. You feel me? Billy Joe, you weren't built like that, bro. You weren't. So for you to criticize Daniel Dubois, I never seen Daniel Dubois make a bad statement about no fighter, bro. Even with him and Joyce, okay, you in the fight, y'all going back and forth. But I never seen that man criticize or talk shit about no fighter. He is a respectable young man. I love his family, brother. It's a fighting family, you know, and big ups to Daniel Dubois, because he coming back in June, if I'm not mistaken. He's coming back in June, you see? And he healed up. He's back in the right spot, right? Like he said, Billy Joe is going to go through some things now, because he been through it and he know what Billy Joe finna go through. You feel me? Now, guess what? Billy Joe, you need to reach out to ask him what did he do to get past that stage, you know, of the pain and the heartache that's going to feel by, you know, stopping the fight and going through that type of shit, because he went through it. And instead of you criticizing him, you can reach out to him for help and some advice right now. You know what I mean? So, karma is a bitch, fam. That y'all can see. As y'all can see, karma has no deadline. It has no deadline. So you got to watch what you're speaking to this universe. This a life lesson for everybody. Watch what you do in this universe. Watch the words you speak, because they will come back around. Watch the things you do, because it will come back around. If you do good deeds, guess what? Good deeds come back to you. If you do fucked up and bad deeds, guess what's going to happen? Fucked up and bad deeds are going to come back to you, bro. Billy Joe was out of pocket when he said that about his countryman, bro. This is your countryman right here, bro. You feel me? You big him up, man. He's a young kid coming up in the game. A heavyweight at that, bro. You feel me? You supposed to big him up. Okay, kid, it's going to be all right. We're all warriors. This is a fraternity. This is my fraternity. This is our, you know what I'm saying, our fraternity, because boxing ain't that big. It ain't that big. But you know how hard it is to get into that ring, and you know what can happen in that ring once you step inside that ring. You understand what I'm saying? You're bound to lose your life. You're bound to lose an eye. You're bound to punch your rib. Anything can happen inside that ring, bro. Anything. That's why I respect every fighter that get inside that ring. I might talk my little shit about a certain fighters, you know what I'm saying, but I respect them. You feel me? And for all the fans out there that like to say, oh, they quitters and this, that, and the third, you motherfuckers will break a nail and quit. You know what I'm saying? Break a nail and quit. Jam a finger and quit. You know, twist a ankle or something and give up. So just think about if y'all get y'all eye socket broken. I know the first thing you motherfuckers gonna do is call an ambulance. Oh, I can't see. My eye. You motherfuckers go grab your eye quick as fuck. But you got the nerves to criticize these fighters. They humans too. You hear me? They humans, dog. Pain is pain, motherfucker. Pain is pain. Just because I'm a fighter and I work out, you know, to get ready for a fight, stick your hand inside the fire, it's gonna burn. And guess what? If I stick my hand inside that same fire, guess what's gonna happen? I'ma scream just like your motherfucking ass. Pain is pain, homie. So I'm not finna be criticizing these fighters because they gotta fuck like that's your eye, bro. That's your eye. Now if you choose to continue, right? And like you say, you're supposed to be a warrior if you built like that, because there's some fighters that did continue through fucking broken eye sockets, swollen eyes, things of that nature. And some of y'all eyes was swollen. Y'all ain't had no fucking broken eye sockets, so y'all need to stop that shit. But nonetheless, if you choose to continue, that's on you. But guess what? Somebody hit you the wrong way and you go blind in that eye. You go wish that you quit it. You go wish that you was being smart. Sometimes you got to be smart in the ring and fight to live another day, bro. Daniel Dubois, like he's young, that's his first loss. His first loss. This is Billy Joe Saunders' first loss. It was Kell Brook's second loss. He had 2 broken eye sockets, you feel me? So at the end of the day, man, I'm not fit to criticize, bro, because when it's all said and done, you got to live with your family. You got to go see your kids. You got to wear the eye patch. You got to go through the pain, not the fans. The fans ain't got to go through that shit. And guess what? The fans gonna crack jokes about your ass. That motherfucker blind now. Look at his blind ass. You feel me? Can you see out this eye? You know what I mean? Or look at one eye Willie. Oh, look at one eye Billy. That man, they gonna crack jokes all on your ass and put your ass all over the internet and meme the shit out of you, bro. So you got to be smart in this world, bro. You got to be smart in the gladiator sport as that. You feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, karma is real. You know? So Daniel Dubois, he did the right thing to me. If you don't feel like you can continue, don't take your ass out there and continue. You're not a quitter because guess what? You're coming back to fight again. You live to fight another day, bro. And when you go through a surgery, that says it all. That says it all. You know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. You was really injured. You was really injured. So I'm not worried about what nobody got to say or no feelings and none of that shit because I say they not going through that pain. You feel me? They not going through that pain. So at the end of the day, bro, Billy Joe, karma is a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I hope this is a life learned lesson for you to stop trolling people, to stop saying shit that you really don't mean. Because you really didn't mean that shit. You really didn't mean you want to go out on your shield, on your back, because you never been through them type of injuries before. Now it's easy to say something. It's easy to fix your mouth to say some shit, right? Like all these internet people is on internet. It's easy to fix your mouth to say some shit. But when you finally in that fire, when you finally going through it, that's when the truth will prevail. That's when the truth will prevail. And right after you said that, look what happened in your next fight. Right after you said that, look what happened in your next fight. And then you trolled Canelo like you was going out there to beat his ass. Canelo went out there and did his job. Much respect to Canelo Alvarez. Like I say, he knew it. Go listen to him. Canelo said, I knew I broke his eye socket. I knew it. Like I knew he wasn't coming out. Matter of fact, I'm going to let y'all listen to it. Listen to him. Check this out, fam.
It's hard because I saw when he broke his cheekbone, and I went back to the corner and I told Eddie that I didn't think he can continue. When you break your cheekbone, you can risk your life, and you can't continue that way.
As y'all can see, Canelo say he know he broke his cheekbone. He knew he couldn't finish that way because you can lose your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, Canelo even got respect for that shit. So I guess Billy Joe, he learned a lesson now, bro. He learned a lesson. Stop criticizing fighters. You know, respect your compadres. Respect your contemporaries, right? Because those are the ones that make the world go round, the boxing world go round, right? We need all the fighters we could, all the warriors, and we want these boys to live. We don't want these dudes to die. We don't want to see nobody else die in the ring. We seen too many deaths already. We seen too many deaths. You feel me? We don't need no more people dying in the ring. We need to make it a little more safer because it is a deadly gladiator sport, but it's not Rome. It's not back in the days where you fight to the death. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that. Now, sometimes it might happen on a bad situation, but we got to deal with those. It's not meant for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So when Billy Joe said those things, he ready to go out with no pulse. I understand that mindset from a person who's built like that, but Billy's not. And he proved it, bro. I think he owed Daniel Dubois an apology. I think he need to be man enough to step up and tell him, now I see what you went through. I understand it now. You feel me? I respect you for not going in on me like you really could have. Because I look like a damn fool now by saying what I said. You know? And it just shows that Daniel Dubois is a bigger man and he's a great fucking man. He's the bigger man and he's a great man. And he's a young kid that was raised the right way and he deserved respect. That deserved to be respected, bro. And I think people should give him a round of applause because he could have came out here and just, you know, annihilated Billy Joe. Because Chris Eubanks ain't show no love. Chris Eubanks was laughing at his ass. You feel me? But Daniel Dubois, he was a stand-up guy and he showed love and he wished the man a speedy recovery because he know how hard the shit is to get through. And he probably won't wish that on nobody because it ain't a good feeling. It ain't a good feeling. But he praised Canelo for shutting Billy Joe ass up, you know, from being a troll. And we'll see if Billy Joe learned his lesson from this, if this loss humbled him a little bit, or did it make him a worse monster on his way trying to get back to a world title. You feel me? But Billy Joe, you owe Daniel Dubois an apology, bro. You owe him an apology, and you need to shut your fucking mouth when you say certain things when you ain't built like that. Now, I do wish you a speedy recovery. I wish your eye and everything is A-OK and healed, because I don't want to see you go blind over this goddamn boxing match. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see if he's man enough to stand up and give Daniel Dubois an apology when he was being so damn classy for Billy Joe. But it is what it is. Until then, it's your boy Monty. This is the ANSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.